Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Marks. So we are here to talk about recent developments going around St James's Park, and of course the recent news circulating around St James's Park as well. We've just come off the back of an excellent match yesterday at St James's Park against Manchester City. What a game it was. If you haven't seen the review for that one, do go check it out. I did a live stream reaction to the game, and I've got to say I was absolutely impressed with the way we played in that game yesterday. So do go check out my thoughts on that one in, of course, the match reaction. Like I say, I did a live stream after the game had finished, and of course I want to show some support to all of the people that tuned in as well for that live stream after the game. As you can tell, my voice is still very hoarse off the game yesterday. I sat and watched it in the house because obviously I don't have a season ticket, as it's very hard to get them. They're like gold dust these days. And of course I couldn't get a ticket to go to the game neither, but fantastic game all the same. I watched it in the house, was absolutely amazing. We're going to be talking about the Newcastle news going around the club today, and obviously, first off the bat, we will talk about the women. I did talk a little bit about this in the match reaction yesterday, but I'll talk about it in a little bit more detail in this one. And we're seeing the women have now become an official part of Newcastle United. We're seeing this announcement ahead of the game. I think it was the day before the game. That was seeing this announcement come out from the club, and of course it's all official now. The women are part of Newcastle United. They're no longer being run by Newcastle United Foundation. They are now an official part of Newcastle United Football Club, and as you can see by the tweet up on screen, one club, NUFC women, are now officially under the ownership of Newcastle United Football Club for the first time in the history after completing a formal restructuring of the women's team. This is something that Amanda Staveley has been screaming about since buying the club on the 7th of October of last year. We're only 10 months on from the new owners coming in and taking over the club. We're 10 months on, and we're already seeing so many improvements being made around the team. We're seeing a lot of improvements in the first team. We're seeing improvements in the unders as well. We're seeing improvements on the women's side of the game as well. As there's been a first acquisition there as well for the women's side, with Ellie Dobson coming into the team. Of course, ex-Middlesbrough Ladies player, and of course, she's bagged herself already 2 goals coming off the bench in that game that the women played yesterday before Newcastle played against Manchester City, of course, where the women won 4-1 against Merseyrail Ladies down in Liverpool. Also, to go alongside the women's news as well, they are delighted to announce that Straight Line Northeast Limited as the new shirt sponsor for the 22-23 season. So they've got a fantastic local shirt sponsor, local company sponsor in the shirt for the women's team, which is absolutely amazing. And like I say, this is something Amanda Staveley's been striving for, the women's side of the game, getting the recognition it deserves here in the Northeast, because the previous twat that was in, didn't care any single bit about the women. He did not care what the women's side of the game was doing. He didn't care about even the unders. All he was interested in, as we all know, was, using us as a billboard. But that has all changed now, and it proved it yesterday with the way we performed against Manchester City. We were absolutely electric. We were absolutely on fire. Alan St-Maximin was absolutely amazing as well. And, it's just brilliant to see these improvements already being made. Also, there was some Newcastle fans putting up images of inside of the stadium, of course, saying that finally new, bigger TVs. It's the smallest of things, but new, bigger TVs have been put in the Gallagher end and the Leazars end as well, as you will see in a moment. There is images of the Leazars end, and there's brand new TVs being put into the concourse areas, as we all know. You know, if you went to St James's Park during the old regime, that there was very, very small, about 19-inch maybe, if you were lucky, size TVs up on the wall. These ones are a lot bigger, as you can see by the image. I will put a bigger image up on screen as well. But credit to Stephen Trotter for that tweet, and also credit to Martin Mavatron as well for that tweet as well from the Leazars end of course, the brand new TVs. And like I say, you will be able to see, you know, bigger images of this up on screen of the TVs that are in the new ends at St James's Park. And of course, Eddie Howe was unable to bring Ryan Fraser off the bench yesterday after he felt his groin during the warm-up. The winger had only just returned as well to the squad, and he missed the game, of course, against Brighton with a back spasm. But, you know, hopefully, you know, Ryan Fraser can get back fit and get back into that contention for the side. But Almiron was fantastic yesterday, I've got to say, you know, and I'm really happy for the lad to be scoring against Manchester City. If he needed to score against any team, it was Manchester City. You know, I'm sure the lad really enjoyed scoring against them, especially after the comments that, you know, that Brommy twat Jack Grealish made about, of course, Almiron last season. And I'm sure Almiron took massive joy out of that as well. After the game, we're seeing Almiron, of course, hand a shirt over to a fan in the crowd who was asking for it for Jack Grealish, which is you know, just typical Geordie humour at the end of the day. And you know, Jack Grealish deserved it for the comments that he made. I'm not going to stick up for Grealish, you know, why would I, at the end of the day? Because, you know, you shouldn't be doing comments like that about fellow professionals, you know. And he really got egg on his face yesterday with the way Almiron performed in that game. And we didn't even see Jack Grealish at all on the bench for Manchester City, and he wasn't, you know, he just wasn't there at all. The rumours going around was that he had asked for not to be picked for this game. So, you know, if that is true or not remains to be seen. I guess we'll never truly know. They didn't really ask Pep Guardiola at the end of the game, but Guardiola, you know, showed a lot of respect to Newcastle as well, as he would, because, of course, he has played under Bobby Robson. He's got a lot of respect for Bobby, just like Jose Mourinho and most people that have been under Bobby Robson. You know, there's never a bad word said about somebody that has been under Bobby Robson's, you know, guidance, under the wing of Bobby Robson as well, either as, you know, the apprentice to him or as a player under Bobby Robson. But Pep Guardiola has shown some true professionalism by, you know, owning up that Manchester City really got the game took to them by us in that game yesterday. But that's a quick roundup anyway of the news circulating around Newcastle United today. Of course, there is transfer news as well, saying that we are going back in for João Pedro. There's still talk of João Pedro on the transfer front of things. There's also talk that Newcastle returned in with a second bid for Jack Harrison last week, which was again rejected by Leeds. The last bid, of course, is thought to have been over 20 million, but Leeds value it a lot higher. His existing contract, of course, for Jack Harrison runs until the summer of 2024. And, you know, at the moment on the transfer front, it's pretty quiet, but I'm sure, you know, as we get closer to that 1st of September, closer to that deadline day, we'll start hear a lot more about transfer news. But fantastic performance by we yesterday against Manchester City at St James's Park, and you know, we are definitely a team on the rise. We're definitely, you know, going up now in the right direction. We're pulling in the right direction, and it's starting to look like a completely different Newcastle United to what we were seeing, you know, just 10 months ago. You know, just before the takeover, we were looking pretty poor, but now we are looking like a team to beat. We're looking like a team, you know, that is, like I say, pulling in the right direction. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, remember, like, share, subscribe to 100% Marks as well. Until next time, I'll see you all later, and how are the lads?